This race is hard because it's really fast.
Super fast race.
Well, let's meet some of these riders now.
The best riders in the entire world.
30 seconds. Here we go.
Full gas.
Going 30 miles an hour around corners this close to each other.
Half a mile course for an hour straight.
Going so fast, so close together.
The crowds are huge.
Very hot. It is very hot today.
Gotta use all the tricks in the book.
And fast and hot.
Last lap, everyone wants to go really fast, and we're really tired. Big crash in the last lap. Pretty terrifying. This one is pretty bad.
Quote danger in the corners.
Very shocked. I usually don't win, and I won.
It's the fastest race in the country, officially. What's there not to love?
Stop and get fuel, and you can get something to eat.
You come in, you know the people that are here. It's kind of like the old Cheers thing. Like Norm, it's like, oh, hey Harold, hey Lynn.
Been in the family for a long time.
My grandma owned it and she was the cook. My mom and my aunt, they were the waitresses. And then like me and my sister, we were just little kids and we'd come in and do dishes, you know, and think we were probably helping, but we were more than likely in the way.
I remember coming here when she was, you know, just out of diapers pretty much, and waiting tables even then. And
Cream, yeah, of course. Thank you guys.
And then I took over 10 years ago.
It's more like families.
The photo up there on the wall is my grandma wasn't even fond of flying, but one of our pilots convinced her to go flying, and then he turned the airplane upside down, and yeah, that's her exact words. Don't you dare do that again. This is just our memory wall, you know. They can come in and pull their picture down and they can pass it around the table and share their stories.
And then that builds on another story that somebody thinks of, and you know, before you know it, lunch can be an hour and a half and you're like, whew, better get back to work.
It's emotional for the veterans. You don't realize how much an aircraft can mean to somebody that has been in World War II, you know. It's absolutely emotional.
Yeah, and I think that's what keeps a lot of us pilots alive, is sharing those stories.
I'm sure we'll see you around.
I feel like by closing this and doing what they want to do, I feel like a lot of people aren't going to be exposed to aviation like they used to be.
We're going to miss you guys for sure.
In the last few days, I've watched a lot of people cry, and you know, that tells me what this place means to them.
I met some of my best friends here on the airport in this, and that's what I was thinking of earlier today when I got emotional.
Step back there and give her a hug. I know she's trying to stay out of the light because she cries.
I've truly been blessed with the amount of people that have come out here for all these years. The entire circumference of my heart, I absolutely love you guys.
It's Game 2 tonight between the Steelheads and the Americans from downtown Boise. Good evening, hockey fans. Cam McGuire here alongside Joe Paris from KTVB News. Our thoughts and prayers are with the Allen, Texas community after the tragic event that took place on Saturday at the Outlet Mall.
It's only Game 2 of a best-of-7.
Oh yeah, and there's a lot of hockey to be played not only here tonight, but the rest of the series.
Underway here from downtown Boise inside the Idaho Central Arena. Kawaguchi, right dot, pulls a shot, they score!
Sweet Caroline, oh, oh, oh. We have a great fan base here, great great team, a great management. I mean, this is as good as it gets right here.
It's just a great playoff atmosphere. It's really just a great hockey atmosphere.
Not be able to pack a bunch of people in here, but the energy is unmatched, and you can hear it on any of the calls. It's electric.
Turn the fire, turn the fire.
This is the place to be. You can hear it right now. When you sit here, it's almost a given that you have to have your chirp game on. In hockey, it's a chirp game. So selfish. You just give it to them, and they give it back. Most times they'll say, "Hey, I'll sign your lunchbox," and then you retort, "I don't want to give away my secrets, but I've been at this for 25 years, so I've got a few good chirps myself." It's not really something we can put on TV.
Buggers, he scores!
There's a hole-in-one.
Back to the bench you go! The pretzel and it's nuts in here. I love it. It's filled with adrenaline.
Freak Alley is all the misfits, a unique, one-of-a-kind experience that you can't find anywhere else in town.
Something that's been iconic.
Very special to Boise.
Freak Alley Gallery is located in the heart of downtown Boise. It is kind of like the heart of our community. So if you're new to this community and you've never been to Freak Alley Gallery, this is where you get a little taste of who we are.
What we're doing now, we're just refreshing some murals. We're painting over old ones, which is kind of a bummer, but it's just kind of embracing this constant refresh of artists.
There's so much talent. We brought 22 artists down here, all locals, to show their story.
I'm going to do the birds and the cat next. I think people have been waiting for a long time for the next Freak Alley refresh. My mother passed away, and I was in her basement, and I wanted to start making art for myself, and the first draft I did while she was ill was of these floating islands. So this will be dedicated to my mom. She did push me to be who I am.
And all the artists that are in this space are Boise based.
There's just a lot of value in being able to reach out and say hey, my neighbor painted that. So this is an old photograph from probably around 1912 or so of 8th and Idaho Street, where the old City Hall used to be located. Since it's no longer standing, I thought it'd be cool for us to kind of see a peek into old Boise. I think I really love the juxtaposition and the way that we can see the difference between where Boise's been and where Boise's going.
I love the cats. There's lots of people who dream about being an artist in Freak Alley Gallery. Yeah, because they've grown up with it.
As a kid, I saw this place, I walked through this place, and I was so impressed by all of these artists coming together, and I knew that I wanted to be involved in that when I grew up. And now, it's really cool. Now I have something up here that will eventually get covered up, but that's just the beauty of it. Just knowing that people care. Not to be dramatic, but it is very much a dream come true. So I'm really happy to be involved in this.
And you just do it all with oils?
It's essentially just local artists that are contributing time and supplies and everything like that. We're not getting paid, so we're just doing it because we want to contribute to this place. I think that's really cool, which is partially why I really wanted to be involved. Art helps you see the beautiful things in something mundane.
Art changes and evolves, and it's a shared joy.
I served 67 through 71 in the Marine Corps.
Larry Head served in Vietnam for 13 months and 28 days.
Once a Marine, always a Marine. You never lose that. There's no past Marines, just Marines.
A few weeks ago, he was thrilled to take part in the Honor Flight, where America's veterans are invited to share in a day of honor at our nation's memorials. His wife, Marie, went with him.
Oh, the Honor Flight it's wonderful. Then you're bussed into Washington, D.C., to all the war memorials, changing of the guard, and a group picture, and then other memorials. I saw ones that I had never been to and always wanted to go to. The country's changing, but I still think that there's a sense of underlying patriotism, and it doesn't matter politically what you believe. We believe in the country, and I think when you go to D.C., you see that, and that's heartwarming.
For Larry, the memories of the war are really hard to talk about. He witnessed the death of his best friend, fellow Marine Richard Gaffney, in the battlefield.
I broke down. I was almost inconsolable because he was dead. I was holding what was left of him. When he died, part of my heart died.
He was able to honor Gaffney at the Vietnam Veterans Memorial in D.C.
When we were at the wall, I know what panel, I know what row he's on. There's 58,000 names there, and one of those is my friend. And to see all of those people who died in Vietnam is heart-wrenching.
The trip was bittersweet, but his homecoming was something Larry will never forget. His family and friends were there to give him the welcome home he didn't have.
Thank you. Welcome home.
But then to be greeted at the airport when we got here, got off, it's quite a feeling of community.
It was so wonderful to see his excitement and his joy of an appreciation of coming home and being a part of that.
But that's not all. There was so much more waiting for Larry. His street was lined with flags.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
All the neighbors that came out and that were willing to let us put a flag in their lawn, and the people that put it together. There was a gentleman that got all these 24 flags put together. I knew how excited he would be when he came and would see these flags honoring him and honoring our country.
Oh my gosh.
And even more friends and neighbors were waiting at his home.
Well, he deserves it, even if he doesn't think he does. And he didn't get it the first time. And so we felt it was really important for him to know how much we appreciate him.
I'm a private person, and so I don't show my emotions. And I tried to bury those after Vietnam. And to have all of these people here who are my friends come to wish me well, it just opens my heart up, and I love them for it.
Love you so much. Thank you.
The feelings of emotion. I've closed myself off for so many years, although I had dreams and I'd wake up cold sweats, all of those things that guys go through that have PTSD, but this I think is the best healing balm that can happen, is friends helping other friends.
Oh, you're making us all cry.
Just watching him get emotional got me emotional, and I know how patriotic he is and how much he loves his country.
I believe in this country.
I think he's going to look back on this, and it is going to be one of the biggest joys in his life.
To our friends here that came, I appreciate what you've done for me. It was a source of healing. I'll cherish that.
7-0.